Look at my Star Trek toys! What's up, everybody? Guess what? It's a surprise emergency episode of Look at My Star Trek Toys. It's an emergency. Mike didn't even know we were going to do it. I just said, Mike, stay on camera because we have something important to talk about. Now, I got to say, right, we're going to talk about a different line of toys. So, I feel a little bit weird. I feel a little bit like we're straying from our original love, and that is, of course, the Star Trek Playmates line, which we've done a gazillion videos on. You know, if you're here for the first time because we're talking about the Super Sevens, check out our entire line of Playmates Star Trek toy reviews. We've done almost all of the original series. We've done all the 2022 figures. So much material if you're interested in that. So today, my little wandering eye happened to notice that there's some new figures that just got released today, or at least released for pre-orders. We're going to see some promotional pictures.
Oh, Keith,
the first
did I tell you? Mike is all about newest, latest, best. Give me the newest, latest, best stuff. So I'm so excited about this.
I know. So don't worry, Playmates. We're going to come home. This is just a little dalliance. But, you know, we might, once these come out, we might try to get our hands on them.
Mike loves a pre-order. Show me, what am I buying?
Well, let me tell you exactly what we're going to buy. These are the Super 7 Ultimates. So Super 7 has a line of Star Trek The Next Generation figures, which you can get out right now, and perhaps someday we'll go and review them all. But these are the Next Generation Ultimate figures. Now, these are not the 4.5-inch scale or the smaller than that scale. These are 7-inch scale Ultimates. They have 4 of them. They are now available to pre-order today. They're not going to hit our shelves until summer of 2023. So these are very, I know, Mike, it's going to be sad. And so these are the images of the prototypes. So these are not even necessarily final, but they are available for pre-order now. And Mike, I got to tell you, these ain't cheap. These figures are going for $55 a piece, or you can buy all 4 of them.
Is it? Are they also? Is it Playmates as well, or what's the brand that does this?
It is Super 7.
Oh, okay.
Super 7 is the brand. There it is. And so they
Super 7. Just saying, we have been known to review figures before. If you want to send them out, let us know.
We should probably reach out to Super 7 at some point. But are you ready to see?
Keith, I mean, all this teasing, I've got about an almost Super 7 myself. Let's go.
I quit. I've got at least a Super 5 1/4.
I'm leaving it in, but we gotta move forward.
That's terrible. All right, folks, here we go. Mike, are you ready?
I'm ready. Okay.
Whoa! These are the new,
holy crap,
7-inch scale. We're going to break down each of these 4 by themselves. They are
so are those
quite comprehensive.
Is that CG? Are those generated or is that real? That's the question.
Those are real.
Look at that whoopee, man.
I know. In fact,
thank God the pilot of DS9 spoiled Borg Picard for me. Otherwise, I'd be screaming.
That's true. That would be. Mike has never seen Best of Both Worlds. I can't believe it. It's weird.
That Riker, dude. After our review of the Playmates 2022 Riker 3 weeks ago, or last week. I'm trying to think when this airs. That's crazy. That Riker
at almost four times the price.
Yeah,
4 times the cost. So let's look at these individually. Because it's kind of overwhelming to see them all at once. So here is Data, and they've done a great job of showing them sort of in like digital worlds here. Data playing violin. And you can see, obviously, it has the articulation, which allows him to play the violin, which is really quite something. And it obviously has some similarities and some differences in articulation to the Playmates line.
Well, hold on. Is that a hand swap that you can swap in the hands to play the violin?
Well, hold on to your hat, sir. But first, let's look at the box.
Whoa.
And in the box, you can see that it comes with a whole mess of different hands.
Oh,
and
Mike's Googling Super 7s now. I need to buy stuff.
You have to wait till we finish the episode. Sorry. You can't Google them right this minute. Because let's take a look at what comes in the box here. So we have, right there, we have 3 different heads, including one head that you can hook up. It looks like it's for Jordy to connect it to the computer and start monkeying with it. And Mikey, stop Googling it to pay attention to our show. Let's zoom in here.
I just want. Oh my God! This show has awoken the 8-year-old in me that wants everything, but now I have my own money, so it's like there's not even the mom saying we can't afford that right now. I'm in trouble.
Right? So here is Data. He's got a poker visor.
Look at the
with
shading
poker
on his
chips.
face.
Yeah, and it's 7-inch scale, so it's pretty big, which allows you to have a lot. 3 heads. Are you paying attention? You're too busy trying to buy it. So 3 heads, swappable, and 6 hands. So he's got violin hands, he's got poker hands,
and he's got my cat.
He has his cat.
Looks like my cat.
He has Data's cat Spot. He's got his violin. He's got a phaser and a tricorder. All of it looks terrific and specific and painted. I mean, that looks phenomenal. Yeah?
Insane.
Stop ordering it.
No, I'm just, Super 7. I didn't know they have all this. They don't carry them as much in my big box store, so I'm just seeing these now. This is the worst thing that could happen to me. They got a Lionel, they got an Optimus Prime, they got so much stuff.
Mike, this is a problem. Mike's like,
do you know someone who needs help?
Yeah, sure, Mike, I got you some student loan forgiveness. It's gonna be great. You can ride the train all the time. It's gonna be great. Oh, wait, no, you're just gonna buy action figures. Oh, I don't know what to say about that.
Yeah, that's a bit you're doing, but it's a little too close to home.
I know. Yeah, so
awesome boxing too. Really cool, simplistic.
The box looks great.
You know, someone had said on our other channel, or this channel, another video, keep the box design. You shouldn't get too crazy with it. Well, I guess for kids, I understand it. You want a lot of color. It's like cereal boxes. You want a lot of color and stuff to like draw attention. This is for collectors, so it's like, here's what you're getting. Here's the stuff. Big window. Show the toy.
Yeah. I love the head swaps. Those details are amazing.
Here's the thing, though. Do you take that out of the box? This one's no. You have to. You have to.
This looks like take it out of your box and it goes on your display shelf with.
Yeah, but where do you put all the doodads? You need a good
I think you have to
place.
Maybe you have like a monthly rotation, and then like he's playing violin for his cat one week, then he's playing poker the next week.
That's really awesome. Let's get to the other figures.
All right, the next one is Guinan. Here is Whoopi, of course, in 10 forward with all of her accoutrement. So there she is in box. And what's cool about this figure is you don't have different like headwear. You have different expressions on her face. So if we go in here, and I'm gonna zoom in, you can see friendly, happy. What do you want to drink, Guinan? And I don't know. I'm not going to swear. I'm going to say, hey, Borg, go away. Hey, Q, you're not welcome here, face.
I like it.
But look at the difference in expression, and both instantly recognizable as Whoopi Goldberg. And, of course, her hair. So you're not just swapping the head, you're swapping the whole hair and the iconic giant Whoopi hat. And so with it, you get the little game doodad that they have on the tables of all of the 10 forward tables. You have various beverages. I guess that's a drink tray. I don't know what the silver thing is here. And hands. So these are her like, I'm controlling you Q hands. Mike, stop shopping. Stay on we're doing a show. I need
Damn you, mechanical keyboard.
I need you here, Mike.
You spoiled me again. I'm here. I'm with you. I'm with you. I'm engaged.
So
I hear you. I recognize you.
You have all of these hands. Now, there's a great scene where she faces off with Q and does that with her hands, so you can really replicate the iconic scenes. And she's got a huge ass gun because that's fun too. Yeah, and the iconic Whoopi purple for this character, I think it looks fantastic.
Now, where's the copyright emboldened on her?
That's a good question. Well, we're not seeing the backs of these fellows or these folks here, so unclear at this point. But that looks, awesome. I mean, cool. Yeah, so cool. And now, of course,
speaking of cool,
Locutus himself, Locutus of Borg. Wow, the detail work on that.
The circuitry,
just look in there. The paint details of all the circuitry in the leg there. Wow. Man, that looks cool.
I can hear it.
It's really, so there's the box. Of course, we're going to have multiple heads.
Oh, dude, and the heads, was that like him in different phases of...
different amounts of Borgification?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, is that the technical term?
I believe so. I believe that is assimilation is the word you're looking for, but I think Borgification is better. So here we have 3 different heads.
Instant 6-pack.
I know, right? Ooh, maybe I should get assimilated.
Yeah, Borg me up.
I don't know. It's interesting here that you, at least in this version of it, you only have 2 different hand variations. There aren't, I mean, this is the only one we see on screen, right? A lot of the Playmates Borg figures had multiple options for different, Borg apparatus, which I guess in this case, Picard wouldn't, because Locutus only had this one on screen. But you can see here as the Best of Both Worlds sort of ended, as they had to try to de-Borgify him. You see various stages of this, but that's really cool. I suppose he wouldn't really come with much else, because the Locutus doesn't have a lot of the as we call them on Playmates, the choking hazards. But I guess he wouldn't, right? Because we never saw him with anything else. So he's got a couple of different hands and 3 heads. But boy, that's an impressive figure to have on your shelf. It's really quite something.
He's 5 minutes from a pre-order. All right.
And lastly, let's take a look here at Commander Riker. And what I love about this one is personality.
I was just going to say, yep, go ahead.
And here he is playing poker with Data in Next Generation. The poker game was always a big part of the show, and of course, the number 1 poker player was Riker himself. And here we have in his
they got a symphony going.
Well, of course, Riker's a trombone player, and I'm so excited about these. All the little details here, because
he's got a little one of them Picard?
Has it's so good. All right, so we have here 2 different heads. So you have like business Riker and casual Riker, and that's great. Smirky Riker is so necessary. You have various hands to hold various things. So Riker actually gets a ton of different hands. So Riker comes with 8 hands. It looks like
he deserves it, man. A lot of the Rikers we've seen have left something to be desired. He's either permanently he's got a ripped suit or he's got a bad facial sculpt. We need a solid Riker. Here we go.
There can be some argument. You could argue that Riker was handsy, always consensually, but he got around. So wow, he's got a royal flush.
Yeah, he's gonna win,
and he's got an ace in his pocket.
Sleeve. Yep.
His sleeve. The details, so good. And the great phaser. He's got the trombone and a mute.
Well, it's interesting. Sorry, not to get too theoretical here, but in the Playmates line, we often talk about how, as toys, a lot of the creativity and a lot of the storytelling was here, right? was in the play. Whereas with more of a collector's item, with this, which this obviously is $50 price point and upwards, they can put the storytelling, they can use the money to put the storytelling in the figure, in the display. And I think that that's what you're seeing here.
Yeah. Well, and it's also, this is about curation, artistic curation from Super 7's point of view, right? Because a real fan had to think about, well, what choking hazards do you put with a Riker? If you had 3 objects that could tell the story of who this guy is, it was really smartly done. And he does come with a tiny little Picard doll from Picard Day, which was a hilarious little aside they had in an episode of Next Gen, where he teases Picard with a doll of Picard. It's so cool. Yeah. So, folks, this is what Super 7 is coming out with their ultimate collection. Yeah, I mean, so pretty high price point. That's gonna, that's not easily done by most of us, including me. That is not an easy price point for me to hit either. But you can see, my goodness, you're getting a lot of bang for the buck there. So yeah, so Mike, it seems like you might have pre-ordered their entire Super 7's line of every toy they've ever made.
No, but there's quite a few here that I'm looking at that are like, oh boy, I'm in trouble. And you're right, they all sit around the $47 to $54 price point. Some of them go above. I mean,
for the ultimate line,
yeah, it's
because they have a cheaper line, which is still more expensive than Playmates, but we should review those at some point too. But
it's funny because all I can think now is like, I got to go on LinkedIn and see. I want to work in just like artistic curation for this place because what a cool job to just sit in these pitch meetings and be like, here's what we want to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can't. I don't have any of those skills. So
Oh, you have the skill of things that you want. I mean, that's sort of a skill.
Yeah, artistic. I could help them with some artistic shepherding.
Yeah.
Or maybe Keith. Maybe one of these companies needs a podcast.
Yeah.
They just need two very cultured and well and polished gentlemen to go on the internet and talk words.
Where are they going to find them? Because
I don't know.
That.
But until they find them, they might need a stand-in.
No.
I've got a camera.
Yeah. So, folks, we got to reach out to Super 7 because we might have to start talking about some of these as well here on Look at My Star Trek Toys. So if you're new here, you haven't heard our spiel, and that is, of course, about our Patreon. We have a Patreon, and you can find it patreon.com/K&M. And on that Patreon, you can find bonus episodes of Look at My Star Trek Toys. We do a Deep Space Nine review show where Mike and I are reviewing every single episode of Deep Space Nine. We have a weekly show called K&M Geekly, where we talk about all geek things that aren't Star Trek specific. So lots of stupid content and all of our nonsense. And Mike, who is supporting our nonsense at this particular moment?
We love to shout out Brian Kaufman, Casey Clark, Cloud Lover 69, Jason Moe, Jorge Navoa, and the mysterious Worf's Boot Shivs. That's our buddy Charles Nivens, Alan Zimmerman, CRM Productions, Charles Babbage at Grim Toys, and our new friend Delusions at Noon. If you have become a patron recently and don't see your name on this list, we're getting to you. We just preload a lot of content. So thanks for being part of the team. We hope you decide to join.
Yes, indeed. Well, yeah, so that's all we have on the Super 7s at this point. Pre-order now. They're shipping summer 2023, and probably be a little bit of changes as we move forward.
When we get those prototypes to review, we'll put them up on the channel. That's
right, Super 7. You hear that? Hear that? When you send the prototypes to me, then we will happily review them. Till then, this has been Look at My Star Trek Toys!